Wood and Upshur counties took a step toward creating a groundwater conservation district with other East Texas counties. That move is in response to growing concerns, and you've seen it and heard it, the use and sale of East Texas water. KLTV7's Michael Richardson takes us inside Commissioner's Court tonight.
All those in favor say aye.
With the thumbs up from the Wood County Commissioners, the county will be working with the Sledge Law Group, who will help them in other Northeast Texas counties with potentially creating a regional groundwater conservation district. There was concern from resident Lee Smith that Wood County will not have sufficient representation on a 16-county board.
I understand there'll be one representative from that would have Wood County's interest on that board making those decisions. That's a pretty diluted, if I can, representation.
The Upshur County Commissioners also agreed to work alongside the Sledge Law Group. That agreement will only go into effect if 9 other counties join the effort, with Judge Todd Tefteller saying there would be a financial strain on the county otherwise.
We just don't take lightly people drilling all the water right out from under us and selling it to people miles away from here at a profit.
Tefteller is focusing on the sale of water. Adding the groundwater conservation district will not stop folks from drilling a well.
It's us versus the billionaires.
The law group will help with drafting legislation lawmakers may look at next year for a groundwater conservation district to exist. Michael Richardson, KLTV7 News.
The Van Zandt County Commissioners, they're set to consider a similar measure. That will be tomorrow morning at 9 and will be inside the Van Zandt County Courthouse.